Look, Connolly, Patton, I get it, guys. I get it. You want to be first-team players, but you've just got to accept that your backup's here now. Yes, Patton, I know you were player of the year here last season, but you may have noticed we have Omar now, and he's quite good. Well, look, guys, the good news here is that you're not going to be backup players for too much longer. No, that's right. It is good news. You're both off to lower league English football. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South on The Impossible Dream. It's Season 3, it's Episode 4 as we look to win the Champions League with our Scottish club. And today, two games of very, very big importance in the league. It's Aberdeen and Celtic. I think right now Celtic are top, Aberdeen might be third. We'll have to check that in just a second. But there's a little bit to catch you up on since last episode. We're at December 16th in game, and on January 1st there will be two departures. The first one will be Lee Connolly. He is leaving to go off to Burton Albion. £51,000 we got for him. He was unhappy, and to be honest, he was a useful player for us, but physically he's the sort of player that is not going to take us forward. His passing isn't quite good enough. As I say, physically he's not great. Technically, otherwise he's okay. I mean, he's okay. Good off the ball movement, good composure. He is a decent striker, but if he's going to complain about not being first choice, we just need to let him go. So that's what's happening. And the other one is Rory Patton, last season's player of the year. Perhaps harsh on him, but he's going off to MK Dons for £90,000. And I think he had a very good, there's no thinking about it. He did have a very good season for us last year, but he is not good enough to take us forward. And again, if he's not happy to be here as backup, then he needs to go, doesn't he? So that's what's happening. They will both be leaving in January. So let me know what you think. I think both players, they sort of flirted with success for us. But neither of them, I don't think, are going to be. Well, if I wouldn't have sold them, if I thought they were going to be greatly missed, would I? So they are both off. And there is a little bit else to catch you up on. That is in the youth intake. Of course, we have got our preview. It's a poor intake, so don't expect much, which is excellent. We do have 3 forwards who are considered to be fine prospects. So it would be nice if we could maybe, even out the where the talent's coming through in terms of positions, having got in, was it Ben Marshall? Well, I think his name was last intake, who was quite good. 2 fullbacks who could be have a little bit of promise, and a centre-back who looks promising. And outside of that, there's not too much else there at all. So, yeah, we'll wait and see, obviously, but it doesn't look as though there's too much coming through this particular intake. Now, there are 3 games to catch you up on in the league, so let's go and do that now. The first one of those was against newly promoted Ross County. Now, of course, that was our first game of the season. We were 3-0 up, and they got back to 3-2. Let's see what happened this time. We went ahead when Shakir Omar played in Kyle McAllister. Ross County pulled level before half-time, and then took all 3 points early in the second half. So is it too early to talk bogey team? Again, they scored 2 goals, but this time we didn't have enough in advance to be able to hold them off. We were unlucky to lose this, if I'm completely honest. You can see the XG tracker where the white, they are the dark blue there. We did have the better of the game. We missed a decent chance there late on to go 2-2. And yeah, it's just one of those unfortunate games that happens from time to time. And yeah, there we go. Next game to catch you up on was against Hearts. We took Route 1 for Shakir Omar to open the scoring early. Masonda's first for the club made it 2-0, but we gifted Hearts a goal back before half-time. Morton crossed for Shakir Omar to restore our 2-goal lead, before a quick counter-attack was well finished by Shakir Omar for his hat-trick. So a brilliant performance, this one from us. Shakir Omar is proving to be, if not the star of the league, certainly one of them. Good to see Masonda get his first for the club as well, and just a really good performance from us, a really good performance. You can see again from the XG tracker, for what that is worth, that we were far and away the better team in this one. It's just a shame that we gifted them a goal. But to be fair to them, their keeper very much gifted back that goal, didn't he, with Shakir Omar's second. A terrible effort to try and save that header. The final game to catch you up on was against Dundee. We had a half-time lead when Goss's cross found its way to Josh Thomas. Goss made it 2-0 after the break, and then squared the ball to find Ali Roy to seal the points. So this was a really tough game for us, actually. 3-0 flatters us massively. Goss was fantastic. We just took chances. Well, you can see here on the XG tracker, we had 3 really good opportunities that we created for ourselves. But outside of that, there really wasn't much in the game. So, yeah, 3-0, as I say, it flatters us. It's very harsh on Dundee, but we'll take it. And, yeah, the hero of this one was undoubtedly Goss with 2 assists and the penalty as well. So if we have a look at what all that means for the league tables, and we're sitting there right now in 4th. Everybody more or less has played 15 games. There's St Johnstone and Dundee, who I think had the Friday night game, given that this is Saturday in game. So that's everybody's played 15. We are 1 point back of Aberdeen. The old firm is just starting to kick clear even, aren't they? Celtic, our only loss has been to us, and Rangers' only loss has been to Celtic. So, yeah, they are kicking clear a little bit. But as I said last episode, I think it was, we're in a battle, I think, for 3rd with Aberdeen. And if that's where we finish the season, 3rd or 4th, we will be absolutely delighted. Ross County are annoyingly probably a surprise packet of the season so far, being newly promoted, of course. But look at that. We've got a 10-point gap back to St Johnstone, who have played a game more, and that is to finish in the top half of the table. So it's looking very, very likely, if not Europe, certainly top half of the table. Let's go and have a look and see what we're doing this first game against Aberdeen. A point between us. It's huge. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team we're sending out at Pittodrie. It is Eastwood in goal. It's Areo. He played well. He did play well against Dundee last game, so we're going to leave him in for this one and see how he gets on. Iakoviti, Olafunwa, and McPherson make up the rest of the back 4. It's Goss, Cochrane, and Morton in midfield. It's Bishop in behind Thomas and Shakir Omar, who has 10 goals already this season. Let's see if he can add to that. All right, so we can see the team sheets here. A few familiar names. McCrory, of course, who we had at Sheffield Wednesday, and a couple of others. Ewan Henderson, I think we tried to get him from Celtic at one point. What do we want to say here? Pick up where you left off last time. I think this is a go out and enjoy yourself kind of game. It's somewhat of a bonus, isn't it? We wouldn't be expected to be competing with Aberdeen when this season started. Or certainly competing for 3rd anyway. Maybe, I think we beat Aberdeen last season, so maybe we would be expecting to be competing with them, but certainly not for 3rd. I was hoping top half this year. I thought we might be able to sneak into Europe in sort of 5th place. But yeah, I wasn't expecting... it's not a title challenge because we're not good enough to maintain that clearly. Although we are giving the old firm decent games when we play them in those sort of one-off occasions. But I think we're every chance of 3rd. It's going to be interesting January to see if we lose anybody. McPherson doing well. Goes back to Morton, to Olafunwa. Yeah, I don't think we're going to necessarily be able to bring anybody else in because, well, we do have a transfer budget, so I tell a lie. We could move wage money over. There's a good ball to find Thomas. Josh Thomas takes his time, puts the ball in the back of the net. Omar Shakir, if he's not scoring, he's assisting. And I don't even think I need to ask whose viewers player of the year is this season because it's Omar Shakir, surely. Or Shakir Omar. It's one of those names that works either way. And I've got it in my head that it's Omar Shakir. And that's just how it comes out now. But anyway, you guys are used to that, aren't you? The Aussie villain butchering of names. We've got Areo. I'm hoping to see a better performance from him. Someone's gone down there. Omar's gone down. How dare you, Ramsey? How dare you touch the Royal Man? It's McPherson. Can he whip a nice cross low down? No, not quite. Morton, it's cleared away. Cochrane is there and we win it back. Olafunwa to Iakoviti. Cochrane gets it wide. Look at the space. I'll let that guy's in. Good ball in. Thomas is there again, and Josh Thomas has himself a double. And in the 18th minute, 19th minute, it is 2-0, and we are absolutely flying up here in Aberdeen, in the frozen north. It'd be quite a trip, wouldn't it? Dumfries to Aberdeen must be what? 4? No, it wouldn't be 4 hours. But it must be pushing it because it took us. I say us, like me in West Yorkshire, it takes me about 2 hours to get to Dumfries. And I think it took us about 6 hours to get to Aberdeen. And yes, we got lost. But that's that was the GPS's fault, not mine. So it must be approaching 4 hours. It's got to be. It's one of the longest away trips in Scotland, surely. Maybe Dumfries to Inverness would be further. I'm not sure where Ross County is, if that's up there somewhere as well. But anyway, I digress. It's 2-0, and we've got a highlight beginning with us doing some defensive work. They go back. Now, they were a Route 1 side, so I'm hoping... Oh, that's a decent ball, and that is a terrible attempt by Eastwood. And that was all very... We do have a very soft goal in us to give away. Now, looking at Areo here, are we blaming him for this? He's kind of let his man go a little bit. I think the blame falls somewhere between Areo and Eastwood, doesn't it? So tell him to focus. And we go up the other end. And McPherson, is it going over a free kick? Yes, it is. We haven't seen him take one. He chips it in nicely, and Omar has put it over the top. It was a good opportunity to restore our 2-goal lead there. But it's been an even game. You know, look at the XGs, that both of us are below 1. And somehow this game has 3 goals. But, yeah. Well, we'll say don't get complacent. McPherson's looking nervous. We've got faith in you, mate. Don't worry about it. Areo's playing a 7.1. That is really promising. Because I have a feeling that once he starts playing well, I think he could actually really, really turn into a decent player for us. Now, one player that is struggling is Bishop right now. He's, again, not having the greatest game. And it's becoming a little bit of a problem. We've got a corner to defend. Can we get that away? Not quite. So we'll bring Gribben on for him. And we might need to give him a rest out of the side, I think. I mean, we did bring him in more to play as a deep lying forward, more so because I wasn't planning on playing with a number 10 this season. That's just kind of happened because I figured against certain teams this actually works a little bit better for us. McPherson he's doing okay. It's not been much of a second half, and Aberdeen have had more of the game. Cochrane's not having a great game. Who do I have on as... I don't really have a midfielder, which is... My bench is ridiculous. Who picked this bench? Just tell him to focus. I don't like the nerves. Alright, let's... This is... I don't like the bench I've picked. McPherson can play in midfield, which doesn't help us. I don't know what was I thinking when I picked this bench. Cochrane's not playing well and on a booking. Alright, so what we might do is we'll just drop Cochrane back in. Gribben can drop back in there. And we'll use... you be the deep liar, and Cochrane, if you just want to just sit in there and not get yourself sent off, please. That would be a wonderful thing. Alright, this is at the right end of the field for us. Is it a free kick? No, it's a corner. Can Gribben find the head of a teammate? Iacoviti's there. Omar is there. It's towards Iacoviti. It's headed away. And this could be trouble. Don't get yourself sent off, although if it prevents a goal, I'll take it. Olafonwa, can he get back? Oh, he's done well. And can we go and hit them on the break the other way now? This is far too open for the 90th minute when we're winning. Here we go with McPherson. It's Goss. Where's Omar? Make your run, Omar. Cochrane is too far forward. Cochrane, I want you to sit in, mate. What are you doing? All right, let's close this down. All right, so we've done that. And we're very defensive. Can we just see this out, please? That is a massive win. Away to third place, Aberdeen. Thomas is the hero with a double there. And, I mean, it wasn't spectacular, but it got the job done. So there we go. We do move up to third. Celtic have won. Rangers will no doubt win when they play their next game. And there we go. Queen of the South edge out opponents in close encounter. It was good without being great, wasn't it? I mean, we gave up a very soft goal, which is never ideal. But we, generally speaking, looked okay there. But next up, it is Celtic. And, well, anything we get from that will again be a bonus. We've already beaten them once this year. See if we can do it twice. Okay, welcome back. Here we go at Celtic Park to try and get any sort of result here. I mean, it's a big game. It's first versus third, and I'm not completely confident, if I'm honest. Now, we do have a defensive 4-3-3 we're expecting to come up against here. Now, that is how they've played against us previously. So we're going to play against them how we have previously, but with the caveat of, I'm not saying we're not going to win, but what I am saying is we have Livingston and Hibs coming up in the next, you can see festive fixtures are right with us. So we have them coming up in the next week. And we might be resting or saving the legs. Let's not say resting. Let's say saving the legs of of one or two of our key players or our more important players. So Eastwood goes in goal. Areo, Feratovic, McKenna, and McPherson. Now, my plan here is we've basically got our two best headers of the ball. So jumping reach-wise, we've got them at the back. We're going to sit deep because Celtic love a through ball. And what I'm hoping is that if they do then look to go wide, we've got two guys in there to head the ball away. That's the thought process. Let's see if it works. Goss and Morton will be in midfield. Fitzpatrick and McAllister will be wide. Bishop and Shakir Omar will go up top. And let's see if we can nick something off Celtic. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. It's the usual looking Celtic lineup, isn't it, that we've come up against previously, and put on a show out there. I think it's just ignore any pressure, boys, and just go and have some fun. It's yeah, like I say, it always is a relatively speaking a free hit, certainly at this stage. Yeah, you know, if we can, I mean, the saying it's a free hit. We haven't lost to a Celtic side, an old firm side yet either. So, you know, that is relative this season, I should quickly add. But, you know, that's something that will surely happen eventually. We're just not financially in their stratosphere at this point. But we'll see how we go here. I'm hoping the logic of picking this team is sound, and then when we go and play Livingston and Hibs, we will have Iacoviti and Olafunwa fresh. But unfortunately, in the 14th minute, it may have all come undone here because exactly the sort of thing that we've got the two big boys in the middle to stop. Cross in, it's kind of bypassed them all. McPherson at the back post knows that McAllister at the back post. Someone at the back post can't win it. And it's 1-0. So, yeah, this is looking as though it's not going to plan. Cross comes in. That's away by McPherson. Fitzpatrick is not going to get there first. And, Alreo is just not a fan of staying close to his man, is he? I'm already wondering if we need to do things a little bit differently here. Let's go and put pressure on them. We need to keep that low line because, I mean, we didn't really see it from their opener, but all their goals, more or less, are through balls. Or certainly if you look at sort of where their goals come from, through balls are as much as every other method of goal combined. So we've got to try and clog up the middle of the field and make it difficult for them. But I'm wondering if we go put a little bit more pressure on them, maybe we can win it higher up, and the post has come to our rescue there. So maybe just give it a calm down. Everybody relax. Another highlight, starting with Celtic, which is not quite ideal. Can we win that? McPherson, oh, he was right there, and he's letting him get past him as well. And we don't look like we're anywhere near them, do we? I don't know. I think Eastwood has double vision. I'm not quite sure what he thought he was doing there. Mopai has got another goal against us. He tends to do that. And they might be upset that we beat them at Palmerston Park earlier this season. Areo is just not a fan of... What was Eastwood doing? What's his marking like? 9. Maybe that explains a little bit. All right, let's try a demand more. We've just not... we've defensively not come out, have we? And that appears to be what is costing us. Aberdeen are winning, so they go back above us. And that half has gone about as wrong as it could have. I want to see a better performance. I don't think that's unreasonable, considering we did absolutely nothing in that first half. And let me have a think about what we need to change. To be honest, I think we just need to change everything. We're going to go and tell our fullbacks to man mark the Celtic wide players. I mean, Fitzpatrick and McAllister are playing at 12.3 between them, so that's not ideal. What we've done is we're not going to exploit the flanks. Maybe we're trying to force it, but I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how we fix this, and that's not a good feeling, is it? We've got a corner to defend. Can we do this at least? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's almost an own goal. That's a stunning save from Eastwood. But McKenna, who has come into this because of his aerial ability, and, well, he's not really showing it off, is he? And there's another one. All right, we're just going to change everything here because it's just... I think Ange just clocked onto us. Let's pause this. All right, so we're just going to change everything. We're taking McPherson and we're taking Fitzpatrick off, who are just neither of them playing well. The other one we might take off at this point, actually, is Omar Shakir, because there's no point leaving him on there. So we'll change the shape and we'll just kind of see what happens from here. We're going to give McAllister a run up top. And, yeah... hopefully we'll get the results that we need to get against Livingston and Hibs, and this will kind of be worth it. To be honest, I don't think the two centre-backs are the problem. I mean, they're obviously not helping the situation, but Celtic just look like they came out very determined to show that they're a better team. Can Bradley get a ball in? He can. Thomas is there with a flick on. And it finds its way through to the Celtic goalkeeper. Now, what's going to become of this? Would you like to gift us the goal back, please, Rossi? Not yet. Gribben came on. Did I say who came on? Gribben and Bradley came on as well as Thomas. So they're the guys that came on. There's a good ball to find Areo. And can he play McAllister back in? McAllister just might be in. Oh, Kyle McAllister. It's goal of the season. It's a wonderful strike. It's 3-1. Clearly, we should have been playing like this from the start, and that is an absolute stunner from Kyle McAllister. Areo did well too, didn't he? Picked him out nicely, and the goalkeeper's starting position was maybe questionable. I'm not sure he would have got to that no matter where he was starting, though. That was an absolute rocket from Kyle McAllister. We have come straight back. It may well be we've just further angered the beast now, and this could end up 10. But McKenna is... oh, he's given it away. McKenna doesn't look like he is anywhere near ready to play at this level, does he? Let's give it a focus. It's 4-1. And as good as that goal was, McKenna, he had that... oh, what is he doing? McKenna had come to me asking for football, which is why I played him instead of Masonda. Masonda's asked for football as well, but I've given him a couple of games lately. But, I mean, the match ratings are not great, are they? I mean, if we're looking for positives, Areo has been our best player. And that's something we didn't think we'd be saying the way he started the season. Let's just try and encourage. We're looking nervous and apprehensive. We've just got to try and get through to the end here with something resembling our goal difference intact. Dundee of taking a point off of Rangers as things stand. That would be, I mean, it would be a massive result for Celtic. It would maybe keep our interest in second place alive. But, I mean, I almost don't want our second place to be an option for us because it's not, we're gonna fall short. Third place has got to be where we're looking. And maybe attacking Celtic at 4-1 is not particularly smart. But at least we've got... are they wasting time? I mean, that's fine if they want to waste time. It just means that there's less chance of them scoring. But let's look on the bright side. We've scored the better of the goals this afternoon. So that is a moral victory for us. Why are they wasting time? Give him a second yellow, ref. Give him a second yellow. All right, here we go. Ball in. It is a fantastic save from Eastwood. McKenna's absolutely knackered. I mean, he's barely been playing. I did organise a friendly against Derby County. You may have seen it on the schedule screen. I think we lost 2-1, but it was just to give the fringe players some game time. I wasn't worried about the result. But I'm worried about this one. That was a bit of a smashing back to earth, wasn't it? We weren't good enough. I'm not angry, guys. I'm disappointed, but we'll say we're angry. So there we go. Dundee have beaten Rangers. So a massive result there for Celtic on two fronts. Aberdeen beat Ross County. In a way, that's a good result because it just keeps Ross County that little bit further back from us. But Celtic coast past Queen of the South. Tactical blunder ends winning run. I mean, was it a tactical blunder? Maybe a selection blunder. Gribben, King, what do you want, mate? What do you want? If you want a new contract, I am going to... I was too harsh on the team. You lost 4-1. Iacovitti, go and solve that for me, please, mate. Good. Excellent work, Iacovitti. All right, so that is that. Gribben is happy, and hopefully we'll see the benefit of that performance, that team selection in our next two games over the festive period, because it's Livingston and Hibs, and they are very important games if we want to finish top half. So that'll do it for today. We will be back. I think what we'll do is we'll come back maybe midway through the January window. We'll come back for Inverness, who we haven't seen yet, I don't think, and then Ross County, who twice now have given us a game, 3-2 win and a 2-1 loss. And we've got a bit of a run of home fixtures through January as well, which would be very nice. We've got Inverness in the Cup as well. Let's come back for St Johnstone and Inverness at the start of the... It says it's the start of the January window, but it's not. That is actually more halfway through, and then we can come back for something like Rangers and Hearts after that. But that's all for next time, guys. Thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time. And who knows, midway through January, maybe we'll have a few signings. Take care.